Hello, Nigerians. My name is Sebastian Townsend Okegesin. As you know, I'm a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, but I practice in England and Wales.
Today, we are Nigerians broken, calling on INEC to count our votes. On the 25th of February 2023, Nigerians trooped to their polling units with one mission: to cast their vote and choose their next leaders.
We are saying the elections of 25th February 2023 must not stand, cannot stand, because it is a violation of our Constitution, Section 134, 1999, as amended.
If you still there, yeah, you dey wait for change. A photocopy government. Do not waste your time on change. Government, this government na dago. Anything they promise you na dago. Good road, electricity dago. Vote me, I will bring change na dago. Security, that's one na dago. Dollar will soon come down, no more na dago. Free and fair election na dago. Freedom of speech, that's one na dago.
How massive protest has been going down in Abuja as Nigerians has hit the street demonstrating their fundamental human rights and requesting for the judiciary and INEC not to destroy the democracy in Nigeria. We Nigerians know the sham that happened on the 25th or the 25th, where the election was a total mess, where everything that concerned the election was a total lie.
The sham 2023 presidential election in Nigeria. My opinions on the recently concluded presidential election. It is obvious that we never had a free and a fair election on the 25th and the 26th of February 2023. Respectively, not even one international media house or international community said or believed Nigeria had a free and a fair election. Same with the bigger portion of the population of Nigeria.
These elections faced numerous challenges. During our exchanges, we were made aware of violence, including against INEC, the media, and candidates, which marred the electoral campaign. This atmosphere of insecurity was compounded by cash and fuel shortages. We also heard of vote buying incidents, which were said to have had negative impact on the elections.
The consolation I have is that anything that is not built on a right platform can't stand. Don't copy Nigerian politicians. What they have taught you is that honesty doesn't pay. Don't copy them. Free and fair life does not yield result. Following due process has no reward. Everything you achieve in life is through violence. Being a trickster is being smart. Don't copy them. Don't copy the average Nigerian politician who make you feel that honesty doesn't pay, who make you believe that you can struggle to get a PVC, stay on the queue, under the rain, under the heat, right before your eyes. They snatch ballot box, kill people, harass you, and then at the end declare themselves winner. Don't copy them. That is a cursed life. Don't copy an average politician in Nigeria who carries people's children, imports them as mercenaries.
The chair of the commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, assured Nigerians that votes would be counted in the presence of voters and recorded in a results sheet, and that a photo of the signed sheet would immediately be uploaded to a secure server. When rumors circulated about the commission not keeping its word, Yakubu firmly rebutted them. Nigerians applauded him. If results were uploaded right after voting was concluded, then the ruling party, the All Progressives Congress, APC, which has been in power since 2015, would have no opportunity for manipulation. Technology would redeem Nigerian democracy. Results would no longer feature more votes than voters. Nigerians would no longer have their leaders chosen for them. Elections would finally capture the true voice of the people. And so trust and hope were born. By the evening of February 25th, 2023, that trust had dissipated. Election workers had arrived hours late or without basic election materials.
They did not allow us to vote. They did not allow us to vote, so by this time, imagine, sick crowd. They said that they forgot code. Jesus Christ.
There were reports of violence, of a shooting at a polling unit, and of political operatives stealing or destroying ballot boxes. Some law enforcement officers seem to have colluded in voter intimidation. In Lagos, a policeman stood idly by as an APC spokesperson threatened members of a particular ethnic group who he believed would vote for the opposition.
If you don't vote APC,
for here, go your house. I will go look at. If I see you vote another part, go ahead. Please tell me where you get. I APC, go your house.
The US president had also congratulated Tinubu, but like you can see that there's a lot of mixed feelings in this whole issue. And Nigerians in the diaspora had been all over social media talking about the election and how it was manipulated and how INEC selected the president of Nigeria for us, not elected. Now they hit the street of London to protest against INEC, saying that INEC gave them selection, not election.
Many took cell phone photos of the result sheets. Curiously, many polling units were able to upload the results of the House and Senate elections, but not the presidential election. A relative who voted in Lagos told me, "We refused to leave the polling unit until the INEC staff uploaded the presidential result. The poor guy kept trying and kept getting an error message. There was no network problem. I had internet on my phone. My bank app was working. The Senate and House results were easily uploaded. So why couldn't the presidential results be uploaded on the same system?"
One of the biggest news to hit the global political space is the emergence of the former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as president-elect of the just concluded February 25, 2023 Nigeria presidential election. While sons and daughters of the soil in diaspora protest, foreign media houses have been mocking Nigeria. Some of their headlines read, "A drug baron has been made president in Nigeria." Ironically, Nigerian elites, world leaders, and presidents have been sending in congratulatory messages, commending him and letting him know they are ready to work with him. Ignoring the tears of many Nigerians, it looks like they are only interested in building an alliance with the latest president of the giant of Africa.
Some electoral workers in polling units claimed that they could not upload results because they didn't have a password, an excuse that voters understood to be subterfuge. By the end of the day, it had become obvious that something was terribly amiss. No one was surprised when, by the morning of the 26th, social media became flooded with evidence of irregularities. Result sheets were now slowly being uploaded on the INEC portal and could be viewed by the public. Voters compared their cell phone photos with the uploaded photos and saw alterations, numbers crossed out and rewritten. Some originally written in black ink had been rewritten in blue, some blunderingly whited out with Tipp-Ex. The election had been not only rigged, but done in such a shoddy, shabby manner that it insulted the intelligence of Nigerians.
My message to Nigerians and to Africans as a whole, the earlier we realize that if we can't help ourselves now, nobody, no international organization, nor international community from other continents would be interested to help us, having known that most of us have got our independencies and never would they be interested in investing or developing Africa.
Our entire system of education is based on a British model. The British were not interested in making us better people. Otherwise, they would not have colonized us. Colonizing somebody is not about helping them, it's about helping yourself.
UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, in a tweet just days after the election, congratulated Tinubu for his victory at the polls. He wrote, "Congratulations to Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his victory in Nigeria." Sunak tweeted Wednesday, "The UK-Nigeria relationship remains strong." The US Department of State spokesperson Ned Price has also congratulated Tinubu and all political leaders on the presidential election results, which he described as competitive and representing a new period for Nigerian politics and democracy.
The United States congratulates the people of Nigeria, President-elect Tinubu, and all political leaders following the declaration by Nigeria's Independent National Electoral Commission, or INEC, on the results of the February 25th presidential election. We understand that many Nigerians and some of the parties have expressed frustrations about the manner in which the process was conducted and the shortcomings of technical elements that were used for the first time in a presidential election cycle in Nigeria. Nigerians are clearly within their rights to have such concerns and should have high expectations for their electoral processes. We join other international observers in urging INEC to improve in the areas that need the most attention ahead of the March 11th gubernatorial elections. We note with concern reports that numerous members of the media were attacked during the course of the election, and we urge the government, security forces, political actors, and all citizens to respect the media's critical role by refraining from any damaging acts against them and ensuring accountability for such acts when they do occur.
President Xi Jinping of the People's Republic of China has also congratulated the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his victory. The letter dated March 3rd, 2023 and personally signed by the Chinese President to Tinubu reads, "I learned with great joy of your election as President of Nigeria, and on behalf of the Chinese government and the Chinese people, I would like to extend to you my sincere congratulations and best wishes. I am confident that under your leadership, Nigeria will continue to make new achievements in the cause of national building and development." Jinping further noted that Nigeria is an important strategic partner of China in Africa. In recent years, the bilateral relations between our two countries enjoy a sound momentum of development, with fruitful cooperation in various fields, mutual support to each other on issues of core interest and major concerns. Despite the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky took the time to congratulate Tinubu. The comedian cum president of Ukraine wrote, "Congratulations to Tinubu on winning the Nigerian presidential election. I look forward to close cooperation. I am convinced that bilateral interaction will be strengthened. Ukraine is ready to work together to overcome global challenges, including threats of food security." However, many Nigerians who still believe that the election was not free and fair are not taking all these congratulations from powerful men and world leaders well. Also, following Tinubu's victory, a letter purportedly from the European Union challenging the credibility of the election was circulating on social media. The letter urged INEC to nullify the election and conduct a supplementary election, to which many Nigerians reacted positively to the idea. Sadly, the EU debunked the letter as fake, and shortly after, congratulatory messages from world leaders began dropping in for the president-elect.
We may not be far away from the truth if we say they love seeing Africa in shambles than seeing it becoming a great continent and a center of global attraction. It seems the former shambles eases their roots in Africa and the specific interests.
Nigerian democracy had long been a two-party structure, power alternating between the APC and the People's Democratic Party, until this year, when the Labour Party, led by Peter Obi, became a third force. Obi was different. He seemed honest and accessible, and his vision of anti-corruption and self-sufficiency gave rise to a movement of supporters who called themselves Obidients.
What were you hoping from this election, and what do you think Nigerians ended up with here? We saw a glimpse, really, there of the chaos, of the confusion, and the fact that things are still so tense.
Nigerians all over the world are ready to accept anyone who truly won the presidential election 2023. This time around, not business as usual. Nobody is interested in religion, regional, ethnical, or political differences due to the height of poverty, insecurity, and the inflation across the nation.
When I hear people declaring for APC, saying that they want to continue the good job of Mr. President, the good job of people dying every day, the good job of Naira falling every day.
I want you to imagine that this is $100 and it belongs to you. But the only way you can get it from me is if you pay me $20. You pay me this huge fee so you can withdraw your money. Otherwise, you get nothing and you have no money.
Hi guys, so this is one of the reasons why I left my house since morning to look for cash. Oh, people of God, I ended up getting this 100,000 naira for 20,000 naira. In fact, the guy was like, I should pay 25,000 naira, but I begged though. Yes, so isn't it begged to be able to get this? Imagine using naira to buy naira. I don't think my country have ever had it this bad. This is why this election is really, really, really very, very important to me.
Why on earth do you have to spend your own money to buy your money? Well, as insane as this sounds, that is exactly what is happening in this country right now.
I've been here at this ATM trying to get people to talk about how they have been here for hours trying to get money. It's so crazy.
50 for 60,000. That's what they're selling. You don't understand. That's why we can't get it from the banks.
In this country, things have become so difficult that if you don't pay for your own money, you will have no food.
This is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Right now, as you're watching this video, people are so desperate to get cash, they climb walls of banks and beg for it. Which country is going through this insane problem, and what was their government's mistake? Well, it all started when their government specified a period of 2 months only for 200 million people to turn in 3 trillion old currencies in exchange for the new notes. To make things crazier, they also specified that after these 2 months, the old currency would become illegal, making it useless.
See, they grind money, then grind money. See, all this one are money, then grind down. See, all this one are money. See.
This created insane unrest.
The Central Bank of Nigeria is insisting that it will go ahead with its new cashless policy.
Yes, the country we're talking about is Nigeria, and in essence, the cashless policy is actually a good thing, especially when you learn that Nigeria had a whopping $7.2 billion in cash in circulation in private hands, often in the hands of criminals. So the Nigerian government decided that the best way to mop up all the excess cash was to introduce brand new currencies. But as you've just seen, unfortunately for the poor citizens of Nigeria, this seemingly good policy turned into a nightmare. Exchange all the country's money in just 2 months? That is close to impossible. And as if that wasn't bad enough, the Central Bank of Nigeria didn't print enough of the new currencies to meet the crazy demand created by the new policy.
I've been standing here for the past 2 hours and I've not actually found it funny to get either the old notes or the new notes. I've almost been to 4 banks and I've been to like 4 POX tanks.
So everyone was busy dumping the old notes in the bank, while at the same time, most people couldn't withdraw the new notes in exchange.
The ATMs are not working. Even when you walk into the bank, they will tell you they are not giving that money, that they don't have the cash. I mean the new notes.
And to make matters even worse, sending and receiving money online was very risky because most of the apps in Nigeria were not working properly. And all these reasons put together created this sad situation where right now the people of Nigeria have to pay money to buy money.
50 for 60,000. That's what they're selling us. Do you understand? That's why we can't get it on the price.
For those who couldn't afford such a horrible situation, they started to protest. And when that didn't solve anything, they soon resorted to violence. They started attacking bank buildings, and so the country is back to where it all started, with both the new and the old money being legal, which right now still hasn't helped enough, as many people struggle to get cash and need to pay for it. That is exactly why in every country around the world, policies need to be implemented with human compassion in mind. No one deserves to go to hell and back before their governments and leaders do what is right. And just like in Nigeria,
I feel so ashamed that we have gotten to the level where sacrificing, people will come and say, look, I want to continue the good job of Buhari. What is the good job of Buhari? Of hunger is a good job. Of poverty is a good job. Of insecurity is a good job. Of the economy falling is a good job. It's such a shameful thing.
What the electorate are demanding is that INEC should right the wrongs as soon as possible, because it is possible. It is quite possible.
This election will be like small pikin place. So I want to know how much we spend. I won't break am down, make you know the kind of country where you from come. Because when I see the amount where they use to do this election, go cash me. INEC chairman, where they do like Mogambo, he say he need 305 billion naira to do this election so that the election go dey well. We say, are you sure? Say yes, so that the election go dey well. As they give her the 305 billion, Now the guy turn back. He say no. Say the money not reach. He say see some kind things there for road like this. Say things don't increase. Say me they give another 50 billion. They call top am with 50 billion. It could be 355 billion naira. And they do this election. In dollar, for those of you we not know Nigeria money, is $771 something million. Almost $1 billion. Now they take coordinate this small children play on the CISO. When we hear the money, me and my crew for Paramount News, we say, what? This one are money that they do this small children election. Now so you more do investigation. We can't do investigation. Okay, wait till we see. We not go fit talk.
If you still there, yeah, you dey wait for change. A photocopy government be this. Do not waste your time on change. Government you go see. This government na that go. Anything they promise you na that go. Good road, electricity that go. Vote me, I will bring change na that go. Security, that's one na that go. Dollar will soon come down, no more na that go. Free and fair election na that go. Freedom of speech, that's one na that go. Hey, our government they no like us. The one way we trust them deceive us. Last time for tollgate them they shoot us. You tell anywhere where you they make una focus. Graduate with BSc, no job. Palliative them say them share we no job. Papa no I me una be copy and paste. Big country who they run am now.